You are a public figure in Africa, and what would be your message for your African brothers and sisters, as well as just the politicians? Because we are just celebrating Africa Day, and we have been just celebrating the same Africa Day with while the country is just in the same status: poverty, corruption, war, conflicts, climate change, and climate change induced disasters. So what would be the message for political leaders to mitigate corruption and to fight for peace, particularly from young Africans?
I think it's a time for us to work on Plan B. When I'm saying about Plan B, I mentioned earlier that you cannot be in control if you don't control your own economy. So Plan A in Africa for a long time, it has been about loans, donation, and looking for aids from outside. And no matter how much you want to change our continent, there's always someone out there who is saying something, that this should be this. And if you don't follow that, I'm going to put sanction on you, and I'm going to reduce this, I'm going to do that, and you're going to suffer. So we need to move from the place of dependence to the place of independence. We need to work on that Plan B, which from the very start it was supposed to be a Plan A. We need to work on that so hard to make sure that like we have everything figured out. Oh no, and I mean, it's not going to take a short period of time. It will take a long time, but we need to begin to start like be independent of creating our own narratives and owning our own narratives, our own agenda, standing for ourselves and each other. And that's why I always talk about One Africa, because when you look at Africa, like for example, take a look at Ethiopia, right, with the largest dam in Africa. You know, Ethiopians, they gave their money to make that. Nobody else, no foreign money in that project, and that's why there's so many resistance. But that project, it cannot just provide electricity to Ethiopia, it can also support other African countries. If we are united and we're one, I'm telling you, Somalia will be in the light, Eritrea, Djibouti, Sudan, like Egypt, everywhere it will be under light because of one single project that is happening in Ethiopia. Now you can go to different countries, you can go to Congo and see how much that rich that country is. If we are united, we can actually explore these resources by ourselves and make sure that they are there for our people, and nobody else have a say on that. But today, when you go to West Africa, when you go to Chad, when you go to Burkina Faso, you know, you see that who is in control in those countries? It's France. 40% of electricity in France, it comes from Niger uranium. And when you go to Niger, 83% of Niger people, they are under dark. They don't have electricity. So Niger sustains France through uranium, and they have electricity there. So when you look at these patterns, if Africans will come together, we detach ourselves from all this colonial power, because right now French, it's pretty much colonized Africa more than the time of colonization right now in Africa. Like in Djibouti, in Chad, in all these different countries. So if we detach ourselves and work on what we do have, on our people, and start feeding ourselves, I think even our youth will be empowered, because we've grown up in an environment that we always receive loans. So even youth today, when they see white people, they look at them like savior, you know, and, oh, please give me money. When you can see that on the street, like asking for, give me money, but most of them, they're just broke. They come to Africa because it's cheaper to live in Africa. Sure. Yeah, so if we start changing that, and this is the huge task for government, even our people, they'll grow up in an environment, and like that, they'll be proud of themselves, that, oh, we've done this, we've done that. I remember in Tanzania, you know, the late President Magufuli, during his regime for 5 years, man, Tanzanians were proud, so proud, because he made everybody believe just in 5 years that you can do anything, and we are doing everything to make sure that we develop ourselves. Within 5 years, so many things changed that they haven't been, I mean, some other leaders haven't been able to change for 50 years, over 60 years. He did it in 5 years. And now it's gone. If you go to Tanzania, it's another country, just 5 years. And people, they have that belief in themselves right now because of what is done there. Oh, we can do. So people, they are awakening. They start like speaking. They start working hard. They start doing that. And we need that in Africa. And that will be the only way, one of the ways that will motivate our youth to take on initiatives.
Well, that's good. So you are just mentioning that still Africa is failing and being influenced by the colonial time effects. So if so, what political significance can this Africa Day have? in order just to fully relieve such colonial era consequences?
Yeah, you know, the colonialism that we are going through right now, it's economic colonialism, right? Like, it's a mindset as well, colonialism, that it seems like it's almost impossible to make it out, you know, without, you know, economic support from the outside. And you have some African leaders who are standing and say that, you know what, we cannot be able to develop ourselves without getting loans and aids. But I say that we cannot be able to develop ourselves without being united. That's the thing we need, because we have everything in Africa. We have to remember that. We have everything in Africa. If that uranium support friends, that uranium can support Africa. But Africa I think is the first continent without electricity. Like when you go to rural areas, people, they don't have electricity, but we have everything. We have sun, we can use solar, right? We have dams, water, we can use that. We have like wind, we can use that for rain. We have uranium, we have even like we can do everything. We have gas, right? We have oil, right? We have charcoal, we have everything, and we have human resources as well. So I think this African Day, it has to play a big role to, how can I say, to promote Africa and its resources. And when I'm talking about its resources, human, and what we can do with that, right? Because we have everything, and again, even me, I don't know, man. Like, I really don't know, because I didn't get, I really don't know. I think about this all the time, about Africa and what we have and where we are at. I still don't understand why we get here. Because even me, myself, like I look at myself, I don't have money, but I see myself surviving. Maybe because of the decision I'm making.